I know black, I Dominican. Y'all are so quick to make fun of the people who say that, yet you're the most racist towards them. You know you're the problem when not even the Africans, and I'm talking Africans from the motherland, don't claim you. I know some of y'all are confused when I speak on black topics, but let me just say, everything is coming from experience. Ooh, while I'm talking my shit, let's not forget that there's a lot of black women, and if you don't believe me, go to TikTok search, that talk the no shit about Latinas, saying that we think that they're better than them. I don't recall any Latina saying something like that. I know we're very prideful. You cannot try to humble us though. Our pride has nothing to do with you. We love where we come from. We love being Latinos. If that bothers you, that shows your insecurity, not ours. Maybe you should be more confident in yourself. I know black, I Dominican. Y'all are so quick to make fun of the people who say that, yet you're the most racist towards them. Why the hell would they want to claim you? Also, our culture is very different. I'm Puerto Rican, but it's literally similar to Dominicans. We grew up not talking about race, not caring about it, because we come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. We even have Asian Puerto Ricans, okay? Some of y'all cannot comprehend it because you're so used to the American lifestyle and standards, but you're gonna have to expand your mind a little bit when it comes to other cultures. On top of that, I didn't forget y'all calling ICE on Hispanics, yet there are the ones that were protesting alongside you guys during BLM. You see how that works? You see the hypocrisy? Y'all are evil and sick. My parents, grandparents, and family after that were all born and raised in Puerto Rico. They have never claimed to be American, and they aren't. So you shouldn't expect them to adhere to whatever the fuck you guys are talking about. If you ask my grandma, are you black or white? She's gonna look at you and say, I'm Puerto Rican. It's really not a big deal, guys. You know you're the problem when not even the Africans, and I'm talking Africans from the motherland, don't claim you. Throughout my 24 years of living, I have met so many Africans, specifically Nigerians, and I've had the most amazing experiences with these people. They have so much class, decorum, and money. Every Nigerian I met has a freaking shit ton of money. But whenever it came to black topics, yeah, no. Y'all are a non-factor to them. Sorry, not sorry. And y'all cannot sit here and be like, oh, we don't care. You should care. These people come straight from the motherland. Y'all weren't even born there, but claim Africa so bad. This is a perfect time for reflection and just take a look at your own community. It's not something to be proud of. When white folks don't want to be around you, you claim it's racism. But when it's your own people, your own blood, that's very concerning. But of course, y'all claim to not give a shit, so y'all don't even care about your own kids. So no surprise there. I know some of y'all are confused when I speak on black topics, but let me just say, everything is coming from experience. I have been to the suburbs. I've seen black folks with 3-story houses, Lexus parked outside, credit score of 800. They dress good, classy, smell good, speak eloquently. They have decorum. They have class. It makes me shed a damn tear, okay? It's an inspiration. These people built themselves from the ground up. They didn't have everything handed to them on a platter. They started off poor. They started off in the hood, just like you and me. But they didn't use an excuse. They didn't call themselves a victim and expect everybody to wipe their ass. They weren't racist towards whites and Hispanics and expected to be superior to everyone else. These people are humble, which is why they have so much success, why they're living comfortably, which is why I will never have sympathy or understanding for all these YNs who blame the system for their struggle. Nobody told you to rob the liquor store, Jamal. Get your ass to college. Be an example, not a statistic. And if you still can't understand what I'm saying, then that means you're the problem.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode. I really do appreciate your love and support on this channel. So there is this Hispanic woman who's created her entire TikTok account, or made her entire TikTok account, to talk about Black Americans, Democrats. And it's so crazy that she's really obsessed with the Black American community in the United States of America. And she has nothing good to say about Black Americans, but it's clearly showing the obsession, because when you're making your entire account about Black Americans and talk about their experiences and everything about Black Americans, it just shows how obsessed you are. Because she could have easily chosen to talk about Hispanic community, she could have easily chosen to talk about white Americans, but she intentionally chose to be talking about Black Americans, and now she's being called out. I heard even her TikTok account is now banned or deleted or something of the sort, but there are some clips that I gathered that I find them quite crazy that she had the audacity to come and talk about Black Americans, and even being angry that her people, her community is being deported. Well, they overwhelmingly voted for this new administration because they thought that it's Black Americans that are going to suffer with these policies. But now that it turns out that her community is suffering more than the Black Americans, the only way that she can do this is just to get out of this hate and rage into the Black Americans. I want us to watch these videos together, guys. Every clip and every stitch that you'll be seeing on this episode, credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you're seeing on your screens. I would really love to know what your thoughts or what your take is on the comment section. So let's just dive right ahead and we'll come back with more commentary.
I'm Puerto Rican, but it's literally similar to Dominicans. We grew up not talking about race, not caring about it, because we come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. We even have Asian Puerto Ricans, okay? Some of y'all cannot comprehend it because you're so used to the American lifestyle and standards, but you're gonna have to expand your mind a little bit when it comes to other cultures. On top of that, I didn't forget y'all calling ICE on Hispanics, yet they were the ones that were protesting alongside you guys during BLM. You see how that works? You see the hypocrisy? Y'all are evil and sick.
This is Jennifer Gonzalez, the governor of Puerto Rico. She gave Department of Homeland Security information assisting with the deportations of 20,000 undocumented immigrants. This is Rebecca Gonzalez. She's a head figure in DHS. She's the one that executed the 20,000 deportations of undocumented immigrants from Puerto Rico. Out of that 20,000 of undocumented immigrants that were deported, 15,000 of them was Dominicans. Who deported them? Puerto Ricans. I wish Black Americans was as evil as the PRs. Here's a goofy Brandon Johnson that's willing to go to war with the National Guard to protect undocumented immigrants. Here's another goofy Karen Bass willing to go to war with the National Guard to protect undocumented immigrants. Only if they were as evil as the PRs. Here's Donald Trump that made a bounty commercial out of Puerto Rico when it got hit by Maria.
Bounty mega roll lasts longer, so you can tackle
Applesauce and avocado, berries, butter, coffee cream, drippy fingers, deviled eggs, and then bananas, red and green.
No Black Americans are trying to be accepted by Latinos or Hispanics. That's the Afro Latinos tap dancing to be accepted by the white T Latinos. If anything, y'all fighting to take credit for Black American culture. That's what y'all fighting for. Puerto Ricans still big mad because they didn't have anything to do with hip hop, jungle music.
You know you're the problem when not even the Africans, and I'm talking Africans from the motherland.
Girl, would you shut the f up? Don't nobody give a f about them, and don't nobody give a f about you. And Black people don't give a f who like us and who don't. It's up to us. We'll be by our goddamn selves. Whoever riding gonna ride. If you don't ride, fuck you. Okay? You over there looking like me. Looking straight like me. Black as hell. Girl, don't nobody give a f about your rant. The f you gonna do about it? You gonna do something about it? Are you gonna do something about it? Huh? You gonna fight every Black person in the whole motherfucking United States, bitch? What the f you trying to do? Girl, you just sitting there yapping at the mother. Girl, don't mind. You give a flying what you think. Because we are better than you. That's why they're mad and you're mad too, because everything we touch is gold. Bitch, we're better than all of you guys. And that's why we stay on your minds 24/7. Because best believe we was just minding our Black ass business. And here you come yapping and talking because you want the attention so bad from Black people. Just say you want our attention. You want a hug, a kiss, and a cookie, huh? Is that what you want? Girl, get your ass up out of here. Don't Black. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Black Americans don't give a who like them. Because we're going to continue to do us, bitch. Yes, we're better than y'all. That's how you feel. Because y'all keep coming for us. So, yes, we're better than you. Okay? Everything we touch is gold, bitch. And you're mad, they're mad, them over there is mad, everybody's mad because they don't have the sauce. The fuck. Now let me go back to my Black ass business, but I had to let you know, from an African-American, a Black American, we don't give a baby. We don't care.
Ooh, while I'm talking my shit, let's not forget that there's a lot of Black women, and if you don't believe me, go to TikTok search, that talk the no shit about Latinas, saying that we think that they're better than them. I don't recall any Latina saying something like that. I know we're very prideful. You cannot try to humble us, though. Our pride has nothing to do with you. We love where we come from. We love being Latinos. If that bothers you, that shows your insecurity, not ours. Maybe you should be more confident in yourself. There's a lot of beautiful Black women out here, so there's really no reason to be hating on another woman who feels good in her skin. And I understand it's a lot of men saying that Latinos are better than Blacks, but if you look at the comment sections, Latinos are quick to shut that down. We've been looking out for y'all, so enough with the hate. This is exactly why I say we can never come together. There's just so much jealousy and insecurity. And I understand I look Black, but y'all don't even claim me. And don't worry, that does not bother me. I'm happy to not be claimed by y'all, because I'm already a proud Puerto Rican. I don't need to claim anything else. Boricua forever.
You're a dummy, bitch.
I just wanted to start this video off in a stitch off by saying you're a dummy. You don't know shit. Latina isn't a race, it's an ethnic group. Mind you, you're a black Latina. Race is not based on culture or anything. It's literally based on your collective phenotypes. You are black. So the irony of this entire video is you're coming at black women and you're black. Oh wow, I happily identify as Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican is an ethnicity, you stupid dumb bitch. You are racially black. You exist in a black body and you're disenfranchised due to racism because you're black. This conversation of ethnicity versus race, I need you guys to get a grip. You're a knee that grows.
Y'all are so quick to make fun of the people who say that, yet you're the most racist towards them. Why the hell would they?
I'm sorry, I just got this one question. When you hear someone say that, why didn't you just address them? Why am I saying that? This is the way that race wars, this is the way that gender wars, this is the way that all of these different things actually happen. This is the origination of it. Why? Because you hear one person say something, one person express themselves, and then you attach that thought to all people who are just like them. That is the definition of discrimination, sweetheart. Why? Because when you see this stuff happen, whether it's out in person, especially if it's out in person, you won't address that person right then because you run the risk of getting fucked up. So you come home and you get on your camera and you can't express something to that person as an individual for what they individually did or what they individually said. You come on and you bring your rage that has built up in the time that you've been thinking about it, and you express your rage to people who are not them. As a matter of fact, it's a real good chance that the person who made you feel this way to be able to pick up your camera and say this will never hear what the fuck you got to say. But you know who will? Someone like myself, who doesn't have their idealisms. And you have lumped me, myself, into that shit. Because you are irresponsible with your emotion. You know, I can't even figure out what made me respond to your video, if it's that you're pretty as fuck or I don't know what made me. I don't have any idea what made me respond to your video, because these are things that we see way too often. And I guess I'm just getting fed up with the place that we are right now, and we watch as basically our whole country is struggling with the changes that are going on, or whatever the case may be, and to see us finding reasons to have dissension amongst us, so on and so forth, and then to spread it just like this. Maybe the reason that I just said, you know what, I'm going to respond to this the way that it needs to be responded to, by actually teaching. Because believe it or not, it's not just you who's guilty of what I'm talking about, it's my people too. We do the same shit. It's others of us. Others of us who are just simply people. Different walks of life, different spaces, different ways of life, different lifestyles. And it's very easy to cross the line when it comes to actually embracing each other's differences. Instead, we've decided to allow the differences to separate us, have us arguing amongst each other, tussling amongst each other, so on and so forth. Put simply, though, watching how we do this and we say, oh, I'm from here, and I'm from here, and I'm from here, and I'm from here, and this is what I represent. And if we went by what we've been taught, there was this time in space where there was this thing called Pangea. And Pangea means basically that in that time period that all land actually touched each other, making it one land. So in that case, is there any reason for us to hate each other based off the fact that we live on a land that used to be one land but is no longer one land, and we take pride in the separation of those lands to make us hate one another? Because at some point, if it was one land, it was one people. God bless. Show off.
Yeah, guys, so I just happened to come across these videos of this woman, and it's so crazy that she's made her entire TikTok account about Black Americans and Democrats, and she has a lot of negative things to say about Black Americans. First of all, people have to understand that there is no Black Americans that's forcing anyone to claim their blackness. If you don't want to be identified as a Black person, well and good. You don't have to come on social media and get angry about it. Just identify yourself, whoever you want, or whichever race you want to identify yourself with. And we all know, just because you are a bit lighter than my shade, or you have less melanin than most of us Black people do, does not make you a white person, and they'll not accept you in their community no matter how hard you try. You've clearly seen that, and it seems like some of these people have not yet learned their lessons. And the reason as to why I'm saying this, now she's angry and saying that, oh, we helped Black Americans when they were fighting for George Floyd, when they were fighting for Black Lives Matter, but they're calling ICE on us. Like, wait, how are Black Americans calling ICE on your people when your own people are actually the ones that are working as ICE agents? Why does this blame have to be put on Black Americans? Just because Black Americans don't want out to be there protesting, because they all want you. They protested on November 5th, and they told you 92% of Black American women protested on November 5th, and 82% of Black American men protested on November 5th. So over 60% of your own community went on ahead and voted for this new administration, and the reason as to why you're getting what you're getting, or the reason as to why your community is being deported, has nothing to do with Black Americans. They told you not to go and vote against your own self-best interest, but you still did that because you thought, because of your adjustment to whiteness, you'll be accepted to the white community, and now that is not happening. You don't have anyone else to blame it on, but you only choose to get out your anger and put all the blame on Black Americans. Even going on ahead and saying that Black Americans are jealous of Latina women is so crazy, guys, because I haven't seen any Black American woman coming and saying that they're jealous of you. All that I see is about Latina women talking about Black American women, which is quite sad, because the audacity of you as a woman coming and creating videos and talking down on other women just speaks volumes about you. I don't know why she chose to create her entire TikTok account about Black people and Democrats. Maybe she has her own reasons, and I don't know also the reasons as to why her TikTok was later banned or deleted or something like that. But there is also another TikTok account, the one that I've stitched these videos from, has talked or reposted everything that she was posting on the previous account before it got deleted or banned. And everything that you're actually seeing on this account is all the stereotypes and all the hatred that she's been taught about Black Americans, all the negative things that she's been taught about Black Americans. And instead of her just sitting down and wanting to research and learn more before coming and posting such videos, she just chose to go with what she knew that was gonna get her clicks and views and monetize her content, because you all know that if you're living in the United States of America, it's quite easy for you to monetize your TikTok account. I've seen a video of a Latina woman who came to an interview and told us on that interview how they are taught in your community, and they are told not to associate themselves with Black women, the men, and they are told in their community for their women not to be associated with the Black men, their men not to be associated with the Black women, and their kids are taught not to associate with Black kids in schools. And yet you want to come out here and call out Black women and call out the Black community, when what is being taught, and your people have come out and taught us without hiding anything. They've come and told us how your community has been teaching you over the years, and we've seen it happening. And this is why most of the people actually couldn't even vote for a Black woman president from her own community. Not because she had done something wrong, not because she was a Democrat, but simply because, as much as so many people are saying Kamala Harris is not a Black American and she's a mix of Indian descent, the reason as to why 60% of the Hispanic community voted for this administration is because they couldn't stand the thought of having a Black president, because to them, as much as you want to come and tell us on the comment section that Kamala Harris was not a Black American woman and she's a Black woman of Indian descent, to them, they don't see no difference. And just like any other white people, and this woman does not understand, just because she's more lighter than Black Americans, that's the same way that white Americans actually do view them. They see them as a Black. And this is something that they have to come to understand. And this is why so many of them don't care when you're being deported. So many of them just want you to be deported because you're taking away their jobs. You're taking away the American jobs. And everything that's happening to your community has nothing to do with Black Americans. And now even going ahead trying to put Nigerians and Africans in this conversation, why can't you just be bold enough to come and state your thoughts and what ideas you have and the things that you think about Black Americans without having to talk on any other race, without having to include Africans in this conversation? Because you've chose to create and build your entire TikTok account talking on Black Americans, disrespecting Black Americans, disrespecting the Black community. But because you're not bold enough, you now want to come out here and say that even the Africans don't want to be associated with Black Americans, and thus makes the Black Americans the problem, while you yourself, you are actually the problem. The reason as to why your community is facing what they're facing in the United States of America is because they chose to separate themselves from Black Americans because you think you're too special than Black Americans, or you think you're better than Black Americans, and thought that the white community was gonna accept you in their community. Now that you're facing what you're facing, some of you have not even yet learned the lesson. And it seems like no matter how much some of these Hispanic people try to call for solidarity between them and Black American, it's not going to happen when you still have such people. Because you're telling or asking or being angry that Black Americans are not there to protest for what's happening. But clearly whatever is happening to your community has nothing to do with them. They have their own problems to take care of. They have their own issues that they're fighting. They've been fighting their problems for over 400 years, and yet you still want them to be out there protesting for you, while 60% of your men went on ahead and voted against their own self-best interest, including your own self-best interest and your community's self-best interest. But now you want to put all that blame on Black Americans. It's just so diabolical. It's just so crazy, guys. But I'd really love to know what your thoughts or what your take is on this. Her TikTok is deleted as we are talking, and there is just another page that is reposting everything that she was posting. I don't know why this person chose to repost what they were posting, but anyway, it's actually making people get to know what kind of a person that she is, so that maybe next time she comes to talk to you pretending to be a very loving person, you actually know what she thinks about Black people and Black Americans at large. Thank you so much for watching up to this part. Let me know what your thoughts are on the comment section, and until the next episode, bye.